Attorney General of the State of Sinaloa, Subdirectory Expert Service, Section Fire Crime Lab, Number Folder PGESSP01-2021, Number International Case 021. Did Jose Aniceto López Sandoval, Agent of the Public Ministry of the Common Jurisdiction, as unit. Though the first crowd of first extended present, the underside expert in the panel of crime appointed by the Deputy Direction of Expert Service of the Attorney General's Office of the State of Sinaloa to intervene in the preliminary investigation of the aforementioned file on behalf of the official of the Public Prosecutor of Ordinary Course Authority to a first crowd of first instance, in the order to comply with the requirements in the connection with the above-mentioned preliminary investigation in our capacity as official expert, we appear and present our results.
Experts' opinion in field criminalistics. Being 16 hours on January 16, 2021, at the rescue of the Public Prosecutor's Office of the Common Jurisdiction assigned to the First Court of First Instance, we are located at the scene of the events related to the previous investigation mentioned above, to conduct the present criminal investigation, in which he recused.
Geographical location of the event. The aerial photographs show USB satellite the address where the events occurred, located in the Colonia Raúl Cervantes Ahumada, Boulevard Olives, corner with Calle 7, Guasave, Sinaloa, with the following coordinates: 25 55 35 77 A and 108 48 45 53 L. The house is brown and is located on the corner between the Boulevard Olives and 7th Street. Opposite this address is a house under construction. Thanks to this photograph, we observed access roads from which you can reach or leave your home.
2. Methods used. Point-to-point search method. It is a method that allows locating the evidence following the hands of a clock, relating the evidence that is found step by step. It is considered an ineffective method since a very meticulous and precise methodology must be for its proper functioning. Method of observation. We use it to verify the reality of the alleged criminal act, find sufficient evidence to identify the author or authors of their participation. Analytical method. It consists of the investigative procedure by which the knowledge of a fact is solved through the division of the components. Inductive method. Its general conclusions are obtained for a particular premise, and it's characterized by 4 basic stages: observation and recording of the facts, analysis and classification of facts, inductive derivation of a generalization for facts, and concentration. 3. Description of the site of the hechos. The current photograph was taken from the eastern cardinal point for a better observation of the place of the facts. The event occurred in the backyard of the house. This is an open place limited by 3 walls. The black wall is made of bricks. The left wall is brown. This wall delimits the beginning of the patio with the house. On the right there is another wall where we are shown the limit of the backyard of the house, fence that borders the house with a neighborhood house. The type of floor where the deceased was is concrete. We can also observe some plants such as a sandalwood on the right side and a tree at the bottom. In the same way, we find indicators of 5 indicators of axes and indicators of cardinal points, showing us the north and the south. The climate was stable, sun with a few clouds.
On the concrete surface, look to the south of the boiling and 9 meters from the rear entrance of the same is a male corpse, approximately 20 years old. The body was found on the surface of the floor in a ventral position with its cephalic extremity direct westward. Its upper extremity extend with an angle 15 in the abduction of the trunk resting on the surface of the floor. The lower extremities extending eastwards, slightly separate in the abduction with the lateral rotation. The reference corpse was found wearing a gray sweater-type garment, black trousers, and black sport shoes. No belongings were found inside his pocket. Injuries to the exterior of the exit. After the removal of the body by the forensic medical examiner involved was carried out for subsequent transfer, taking the necessary steps to do so. Upon admission to the forensic medical service in the space designated for the physics theater, where an external examination of the corpus was made, taking into account the following incisions: gun cosby penetration of the 2.8 for 0.9 firearm projectile with an inlet hole located in the right submandibular region. 3.4 from the body Mayleth with outlet in the right parietal region located. 6 from the front Mayleth of the body.
Gathering zinc, the body of lower temperature 20 environment, no cavern rigid the corpse and no difficulties moved and manipulate. No cavern pallard, I does not have the pro. The Alfred's almost instantaneous cause BT answer of ball circulates at the levels of the exit visor. Without covering listed because the body is in contact with a origin surface. It's a small, not marked, remaining colorized in part of the body. This usually aspiring there is widely of ball. Hand finished on Diaz, name and defense. Sets made approximate height 20 yards approx. Converting medium seat color back approximate stature 1.80 approx. Hairs black, brow medium, adherence popular, ears medium, mouth medium, lips thick, nose straight medium, chin elongate, face oval, eyes dark, beard yes, mustache yes, wings airing 3 approach.
Clue 1. Black cell phone the breaking in 100 to the Nike a local 8 centimeters away from the cephalic part of the desert to heart thing with cardinal point. Clue 2. Hematic stain has a length of 33 centimeters located in the west of the desert flood in that was sacred from the desert until level of the month. Clue 3. And the essence of hand a set of leads. Clue 4. A 45 cap was found warranting on 1 centimeter wide and 3 centimeters long, located 1 meter from the lower extremity of the desert towards the east cardinal point. Observation of comment. As we were studying and observing the essence of the events, we were able to realize that there were no signs of extrusion of possible induction of the body in the property. 3. The evidence was extracted collagen preserved and punk and anti-ballistic evidence, calling and will specific evidence and coloring of the deceased with deliberate and chain of custody formal to agent of the public minister of study.
Conclusions. In relation of the observed and described above, it is concluded 1. The position and the place where the body was found is the original at its death. 2. The location of the incident coincides with the location of the discovery. 3. Based on the cadaveric things observed in the body of the deceased, it can be deduced that the death occurred within a period of not more than 3 hours, with no cadaveric heredity observed. This opinion is delivered on 25 January 2021 in the city of Guadalupe, Sinaloa. Sincerely. Kenjure's planimetry. Thanks to Kenjure's planimetry, we can observe the structure of the building and the address of the same. In this we indicate the location of the body decisive, as well as the location of the indicators. We observe the roads of access to the home. The property has two access doors, one front and the other rear, but the only one to get out of it is on foot be the back gate with direction to the cardinal point east, running into the boulevard's lights, or be jumping through the cyclonic mesh that is on the front of the building in the direction of the cardinal point north, bumping into the 7th Street.
Photo information. Photos taken from a Huawei Y9S in professional mode and the above mentioned address on January 18, 2021. 1. Photograph taken from the front of the house where the events occurred heading north at 16:04 hours. 2. Photograph taken from the northwest of the house showing the property boundaries at 16:05 hours. 3. Photograph taken from the northeast of the home showing the adjoining 7th Street and Boulevard Olives at 16:06 hours. 4. Photograph taken from the east of the house showing the limit of the house with other neighboring properties at 16:06 hours. 5. Photograph. In the following photograph taken from the cardinal point north, we can observe the body of the victim, A, and from our ventral position where its cranial or cephalic axis points to the west, on the floor of the backyard of the house. The victim was wearing a gray jacket, black trouser, and black and white sport tennis shoes. In the same way, we observed several things in a large size as a black cell phone. 1. And set of case 3. The photograph was taken at 16:10 hours. 6. Photograph taken from the cardinal point west. In this photograph, it is observed that the homicide occurred in the courtyard of the house. In the same way, we observe the indicators and the cardinal points north and south for a better visualization and localization of the indications. The photograph was taken at 16:12 hours. 7. Photograph. In the current photograph taken from the cardinal point south, we can observe a blood stain produced by blood fluids that emanated the body of the victim as well as the clothes that were around the scene. The photograph was taken at 16:13 hours.
In the following photographs taken of the cardinal point days, we observe that the lower extremity of the victim are pointing towards the cardinal point east, as well as the delimitation of the place by neighboring house. We have better view of the clouds and the sequence in which they were found. The photograph was taken at the 14:14 hours. The photograph shows a close-up the first sign, found a black cell phone and a blood stain. The photograph was taken at 4:15 p.m. In the present image, we observe a photograph approach toward the lower extremity of the victim. In the same way, we can notice the club number 3. The photograph was taken at 16:70 hours. Photograph number 11 is a closed photograph of club number 5 and club number 4. We can see that ties are to cells that are very close to each other. We rely on metric witness so that we can measure the dimension and set them. The photograph was taken at 16:18 hours. Photograph 12 is a grid closed club number 1 in which we observe a cell phone with a black casing. In the photograph number 13, we find club number 2 where thanks to the metric indicator we realize that the measurement of the blood spot where the body of the deceased was located is approximately 33 centimeters photographs taken at 1622 hours. With the photograph of large approached, we can notice and have a wider view of the closest photograph number 14, just a set of canes in a photograph 15 in 16. We can see two casings of a firearm which are being measured by metric wheelness with a diameter of 3 centimeters to an indication are in response for the clarification of the homicide. The photographs were taken at 1623 to 1625 hours.